We all know the feeling, falling head over heels for a fictional character in a book and then coming back to reality when you realize they're not real. I'm sorry, but no, Johnny Kavanagh will not hit you in the face with a rugby ball and then fall in love with you. Sometimes the worst heartbreak isn't from a real person, it's from realizing no one will ever love you like a man written by a woman.
I'm Yasmine.
And I'm Flore, and in this episode of Heartbreak, we'll explore the heartbreak we don't talk about enough, the pain of falling in love with fictional men.
Have book boyfriends ruined your dating life? Don't worry, you're not alone. Charming, heroic, kind, and of course gentlemen, men in romance books are usually depicted as the ultimate perfect partners. This is where book boyfriends come in. With over 1 million posts on the TikTok hashtag, a book boyfriend is a fictional male character that readers develop a crush on. Whether they're the sweet and caring type or the strong and brooding kind, book boyfriends have stolen our hearts. As we grow up, these crushes never leave us. From being 14 and in love with Peter Malark from the Hunger Games, to being 21 and fawning over Garrett Graham from the Off-Campus series. We love the tension and how protective they are over the female character, with the famous, "Who did this to you?" or "Tell me what's wrong and I'll fix it." They make us scream, giggle and run around our rooms with the book in our hands. But here's the catch. These amazing guys, the ones we can't stop thinking about, will never be ours. And not being able to find these perfect men in real life because book boyfriends have set the bar too high is the real heartbreak.
Let's meet the heartbreakers. If loyalty and obsession were a person, it would be Johnny Kavanagh. This man is obsessed with Shannon Lynch, his girlfriend, in the best possible way, as in he would fight anyone who makes her sad. He just loves with his entire soul so intensely it can seem quite worrying. But also, where can I get one?
Hockey player, golden retriever energy, elite banter. Garrett Graham is literally the blueprint. This man is proof that when athletes are written by women, they suddenly have personalities. Because let's be real, locker room culture in real life, not exactly the best place to find emotionally intelligent men. But in books, he is funny, charming, and is the perfect mix of a cocky athlete and a soft, love-struck boyfriend.
Noah Slade is the kind of man who starts off by hiding his emotions, only to willingly go to therapy just so he can be with the love of his life. If only men in real life could do this. A man who does the work to be better for himself and the person he loves, and on top of that, a Formula One driver? Exceptional.
I think readers latch on to book boyfriends so much, like these men that don't even exist, because men in real life, 9 times out of 10, suck. So it's nice to be able to escape into a fictional world where a man is listening, where a man is going above and beyond to treat the person in his life with respect and care and kindness. Even if it is like a little exaggerated and a little over the top, it just gives you that escapism to be like, wow, like a man really did that. And it's like a romance novel. Like I am very guilty of like just self-inserting a lot into the books that I'm reading. So like especially if I like the book boyfriend and I like what he's doing, I'm like, move over, main girl. I'm now the main girl, and then I just get to like live out a little fantasy.
Where is our brooding, morally grey billionaire willing to risk it all? Instead, all we get are men wearing joggers and flip-flops and who speak to us like we're mates. They're unemployed, never buy us flowers, and worst of all, only want one-night stands. Book boyfriends remember every little detail about us. They write us love letters that they slip in our jean pockets, and they would basically burn the world for us. The emotional devastation you feel after finishing a book and realizing the main male character is not real is like nothing else. Research shows that fictional crushes release the same levels of oxytocin as real ones. We are basically experiencing an existential crisis. Where's my Garrett Graham, for God's sake?
Now, how do we cope with the fact that these men do not exist in real life? Maybe we should just accept that these fictional lovers are fantasies, written by and for women with no regard to reality who are actively harming our perception of real men. Or maybe men need to pick up an Ali Hazelwood or Emily Henry novel and start taking notes. Meanwhile, we could reread the book to relive all the perfect moments and then experience the heartbreak all over again. We just love to hurt ourselves, don't we? So maybe now we should just accept that men won't dramatically profess their love in the rain or recite poetry.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll find a love that's just as epic as the ones we read about. Until then, we'll keep dreaming about our perfect book boyfriends. What book boyfriend broke your heart? Tell us in the comments.